So I am recording this episode at a very particular moment. I finished recording or teaching a 2 hour workshop for my other brand today. And I'm a little bit tired, but I'm not depleted. And that feels new because there was a time in my life where 2 hours of teaching would have meant that I would have been pushing through for the rest of the day. I would have had to power through because I would have been drained. I would have been running on adrenaline and urgency and just performance. And today really does feel different. After I got done with the training, I took a break. I made some tea. I relaxed, let my nervous system settle. And now I'm back in front of in front of the computer recording this episode from a place of steadiness instead of force. I don't feel like I'm forcing anything. And that's what I want to talk about in this episode. This harmony, this back and forth between ease and intention. Let's get into it. Hey, welcome to Confident Women Glow. I'm Mo James, your confidence coach and guide on this journey of self-discovery, self-trust, and self-expression. I believe confidence is more than a mindset. It is a practice. It's about showing up boldly, even when life feels messy, and owning your journey every step of the way. So whether you are in your car, at your desk, or just taking a breath between responsibilities, thank you for letting me speak into your day. Let's get into the episode. Hey, quick pause to tell you about something that I created just for you. If you've ever needed a judgment-free space to process your thoughts, get grounded, or reconnect with your power, I want you to meet Camille, your AI confidence coach. Camille was built by me to support you any time of day with journal prompts, reflection questions, mindset coaching, and encouragement rooted in the same compassion and clarity that you hear right here on this podcast. Whether you're working through something heavy or you just need a gentle push to stay on track, Camille is here to remind you that you are not broken. You are becoming. Tap into your truth at your pace with Camille. Visit CamilleAI.net to learn more and start your journey today. Now let's get back to the episode. So I used to believe that ease was the same thing as laziness and intention was pressure or rest. To rest feels like falling behind, and being in momentum is the same thing as burnout. And so I vacillated between these things. I was all in on the laziness that I called ease or the rest that secretly felt like I was missing out or falling behind. And the other extreme was the pressure and the urgency sliding into burnout. It was pushing hard and crashing and then recovering and pushing hard. And somewhere in that cycle, intensity became confidence, became the definition for confidence. I know now that confidence is not intensity. Confidence is integrity. It's doing what you said you would do without abandoning yourself in the process. Telling the truth about what even is in your capacity to do. So, not even volunteering for stuff out of obligation or pressure or other people's expectations, and then not abandoning yourself in the process. Uh, Not too long ago, I shared a list online. Somebody asked a question about how does one rebuild their confidence, and it was a simple list, not flashy, not dramatic, just simple. It was forgiving yourself for shrinking when you didn't know better, It was asking yourself what you actually want, giving yourself permission to cultivate it, create it, pursue it, learning how to recognize your inner voice, promising yourself that you won't abandon yourself, trying things without requiring perfection. Stop letting other people's opinions outrank your own. Documenting your growth, journaling so you won't forget who you're becoming, and rinse and repeat. And that's it. That's essentially what confidence is. It's not built in one leap. It's not going to take one therapy session. It's not going to be one journal entry. It's one time you say no and mean it. It's never just one thing. It's it's a repetitive process. It is like building a muscle. And what I'm realizing in this particular season is that I can move with intention without forcing anything. I can build without gripping. I can grow without abandoning ease. Because the thing is, ease isn't avoidance. It's nervous system safety. And that is for me, that's what I'm on. That's what I'm on. Intention is clarity and not pressure. I feel like between ease and intention, one regulates your body and the other directs your life. And when you bring them two together, that's confidence in its mature state. That's what it looks like. That's what it can look like. Right now, I am building, I am teaching, I am creating, I am restructuring platforms, I am evolving how I show up. But I'm not doing that from a place of panic. These are choices. And that distinction means everything. If you are listening to or watching this and you feel like you are fighting, you are between wanting to rest and wanting to grow, and you feel like it could only be one or the other, I want to offer you a different question. What would growth look like if it didn't cost you your peace? Because your peace is expensive. And I don't want you to just be out here treating it like it costs you nothing. What would growth look like if it didn't cost you your peace? And what would ease look like if it wasn't avoidance? What if you believing that ease is avoidance is a lie? Arriving at your answers to those two questions, that's the work. I think a lot of us learn to associate confidence with being busy or being loud or being constantly in motion. And I know that confidence can also look like logging off when your body says that's enough, saying no without over explaining, building slowly on purpose, building quietly, taking breaks between a workshop and a podcast recording instead of powering through. Confidence can look like refusing to betray yourself just for the sake of being productive, for the sake of checking things off of a to do list. This year, in this season, I am not choosing between softness and strength. I'm building both. And maybe that's the invitation for you too, to move with intention, but don't force your life. Don't force anything in your life. Allow your nervous system to be safe. Let your vision be clear and trust that sustainable growth is stronger than frantic momentum. Confidence is not becoming somebody new. Okay. It feels like you are becoming somebody new. What I believe it actually is returning to the person that you were before life experiences, people, places, and things taught you to abandon yourself, to doubt yourself, to make yourself small, to be afraid, to to not say no. And in this season, I am committed to practicing that every single day. I do believe you can move deliberately without white knuckling life. I do believe you can be strategic without being frantic. I do believe you can build without betraying yourself. That is what mature confidence looks like. Look at you listening all the way through to the end. Thank you. If this episode stirred something in you, take a moment today to check in with yourself and ask, what do I know is true for me right now? And if the podcast has been a supportive voice in your week, I'd love it if you left a rating or a review. It helps more women like you find this space. And remember, when you need a gentle nudge back to yourself, you don't have to figure it all out alone. There are resources that can help, and I hope you'll find them here. Until next time, keep glowing, and remember, the safe bet is always you.